Good afternoon. Welcome to today's groundbreaking ceremony. We are so glad you are here, and this is a great day for the city of Lenexa. Yeah. If you're a little lost right now or a little confused, we will not be serving food in this tent. So, but we do want you to stick around for the event, which will be going on till 8 o'clock. My name is Todd Pelham. I'm the Deputy City Administrator for the City of Lenexa, and I also have the privilege of being the project manager for the Lenexa Civic Center Project. Today we'll have a short program, and then to our right we will take some pictures here after we have some speakers. It's my privilege today to introduce our City Council who is with us today. So could you please hold your applause, but as I say their name, we'd like to have you guys stand and look at the crowd. So Councilman Joe Carlin, Councilman Steve Lemons, Councilmember Diane Linver, who could not be with us today, Councilmember Tom Nolte, Councilmember Lou Cerrone, Councilmember Amy Slater, Councilmember Andy Huckabee, and Councilmember Mandy Stuckey. So I know I speak for the entire Lenexa staff in saying thank you to our great city council. We think we have the best city council in the state of Kansas, so thank you guys for being here, and we thank you for all the support that you've not only given to staff but to this project, so thank you guys. Next, I have a very important group of little people that I'd like to introduce. So if you could look for the red shirts, okay? As we began planning for this event, we knew that we wanted to try and include some kids in this program, as it really represents the generational investment that we're making in this project. So we thought it'd be a great idea to have an art contest, and we selected 13 lucky winners who did some great artwork that is included in your program, if you guys could take a look at that. So we are so thankful that they are here. Thank you, Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa and whoever else is here to hog tie those kids and keep them seated for the next 15 minutes, we promise. So as I read the kids' names, if you could also please hold your applause till the end, I'd appreciate that. So Mackenzie Farkas, is Mackenzie there? Caitlin Kuckelman, Sydney Lanham, Drew Langstrat, Anya Levchenko, Seth Pinto, Evan Poss, Serena Rendon, Isabel Sembadeni. I got it. Erica Strathman, Kristen Strathman, and Vivian Zing. Yeah. I did. Stella Rose Ho. My apologies. Sorry. So finally, it's my honor to introduce our panel of speakers today. All of these speakers have made significant contributions to the Civic Center planning effort and implementation, and we are so glad that they've chosen to join us today. As your program states, Cindy Green was not able to be with us today. She is in Topeka with her duties as the director of the Kansas municipalities, deputy director of the Kansas municipalities. So I know she would much rather be here than in Topeka right now, if you guys are following the news. So we're sorry that she could not be here today. Our first speaker will be Lenexa Mayor Mike Bame. Mayor Bame was elected mayor in 2003 and was recently re-elected to a 4-year term in 2015. Mayor Bame is a lifelong resident of Lenexa and is Senior Vice President at Commerce Bank. Mayor Bame has been an incredible advocate for all things Lenexa and a real champion for implementing the vision for City Center and the Civic Center project that we are kicking off today. I know that I speak for the entire Lenexa staff and thank you for your support and leadership. To Mayor Bame's right is Mike Schott. Mike is a principal with PGAV Architects and leads a talented group of design professionals who have brought the vision of Lenexa City Center to life. Mike and his team have put hours and hours of work into the final design that you see today here on the behind me on the banner. So we thank you for your creativity and leadership in our project. Thank you, Mike. We're also fortunate to have with us today Steve Dunn. Mr. Dunn is the chairman of the board of J.E. Dunn Construction. J.E. Dunn will be acting as the general contractor for the project, and we know that they will deliver an exceptionally well-built building on schedule and on time, right? That's right. You guys heard that, right? That's on tape. That's right. Yeah. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And last but not least, to his left is Blake Schreck. Blake is president of the Lenexa Chamber of Commerce and is a constant cheerleader for this entire project. Thank you for your guidance and your input into our project. I know that he will have some words today about the economic impact of this project, not only for our city, but the entire region. So thank you, Blake. So with that, I would like to introduce to you Mayor Mike Bame.
Thank you, Todd, and good afternoon to everyone. We are so pleased to have you here today, and welcome to Lenexa for our visitors. As Todd noted, we had planned on having Cindy Green here today to give us some history about the Vision 2020 process and the report that was developed. Unfortunately, as Todd said, she is in Topeka today, continuing to do the work of good local governments and can't be with us. So in her absence, I'm going to make a few remarks about the accomplishments and the Vision 2020 process. Back in the mid-1990s, under the leadership of then Mayor Joan Bowman, the Lenexa governing body wanted to engage citizens in formulating a new vision for the city of Lenexa and our future. At that time, Lenexa's population was about 35,000 people, and pretty much the suburban development was contained east of I-435. But we knew, based on the growth of Johnson County to the south, and new Seward land out west, we knew that the momentum would soon shift to the west in Lenexa. More than 100 residents volunteered and were placed on 6 task forces, each charged with looking closely at focus areas for our community. These volunteer task force members were a cross-section of Lenexa. The process of creating Vision 2020 began in July of 1996, and volunteers dedicated more than 2,500 hours over the next year looking carefully at the selected topics. Many goals were developed through the process, ranging from economic and residential development to infrastructure and education. One of the major goals from Vision 2020 ultimately became known as City Center. The specific goal in the Vision 2020 document read as follows: develop a Lenexa City Center as a central meeting place for residents with a new downtown and a gathering area integrating retail sites, commercial uses, entertainment opportunities, community activity centers, public buildings, and institutional buildings somewhere in the vicinity of the Renner Boulevard corridor. As you look around, you can see that Lenexa City Center is coming to fruition. All the things that this group envisioned are happening, with new hotels and luxury apartments under construction, Letsmart and B.E. Smith occupying Class A office buildings, and restaurants that have opened in the past few years. Lenexa City Center is a reality and now encompasses all 4 corners of 87th and Renner Boulevard. City Center is making great progress, and that progress is a result of efforts of many, many people. And on behalf of the Lenexa governing body and City Council, I'd like to recognize these efforts. First and foremost, we'd like to recognize and thank the citizens of Lenexa. Residents like Cindy spent countless hours crafting Vision 2020. Those dedicated residents were followed by citizens serving on the Vision 2030 process, which was chaired by Craig Denny and now council member Mandy Stuckey. All of those who worked on Vision 2020 and Vision 2030 care deeply about our community, and we thank them for their time and effort. As we continued to plan, citizens took time to give feedback about what was important to them. Through public meetings, focus groups, surveys, and forums, our residents helped shape the vision into a more specific plan. We thank every citizen who cared enough to engage in the process and share their ideas and hopes for our community. In 2008, when we shared the vision for a new Civic Center with our citizens, overwhelmingly they supported a 3/8 sales tax to help us move forward. The approved sales tax supported street maintenance, park improvements, and additional recreational activities, including the new Civic Center. Since passing the sales tax, we have improved and maintained miles of streets across the community, invested in new playgrounds and equipment, and many trails in our parks. In addition, this tax has accumulated approximately $27 million to fund a portion of the Civic Center, significantly decreasing the debt financing required and allowing those savings to be reinvested as amenities into the project. Thank you to all the citizens who showed faith in us and the project by providing the necessary funding. We are grateful to community leaders who have remained focused on development for Lenexa City Center for nearly 20 years. Thank you to current and past members of the City Council, Park Board, Arts Council, and Planning Commission for your dedication to the project. And I know we have a lot of people here that were involved in this community in one of those positions since 1995 or thereabouts. So if you would all stand or raise your hand and be recognized this time, we couldn't have done it without all of your efforts. And again, I'd like to thank the residents. As we were collecting dollars and promising and doing iteration and building roads and infrastructure here, preparing, as Councilmember Nolte would say, setting the table for the private sector, you had to wonder once in a while, what's happening, when's it going to happen, where is it? And I think today we're taking a major step forward with this city commitment. I'd also like to acknowledge the professional staff of the city for their commitment and their leadership. It has been exceptional. Thank you all for your dedication and hard work. We believe that we have assembled a first-rate team of partners, including PGAV architects, J.E. Dunn, and CBC, to move us forward. A special thank you to Mike and his team at PGAV for their hours of work, numerous design iterations, and patience as we developed such an exciting design. And I'd also like to call out Councilmember Nolte and Councilmember Slater. They have been the representatives of the council in all of those meetings as this project was developed, representing the citizens and the governing body. So thank you for your extra work on this as well. Today's groundbreaking is a great step on our path to achieve the ultimate goal, building a civic complex to serve our citizens in new and exciting ways. The Civic Center will consist of 3 buildings. The first building, located where we are now standing, will be a multi-use facility. It will house new offices for City Hall and features a 250-seat auditorium that will be used not only for Council and Planning Commission meetings, but other civic meetings, small group performances, and events. Our commitment to public art continues, and the building will have an art gallery with rotating art as well. Consistent with creating mixed-use spaces, City Hall, in addition to city offices, will include classroom space for educational institutions. A public market consisting of small leased spaces will feature local entrepreneurs selling a variety of products, including small restaurants, food vendors, and specialty shops. If you look to my right, you will see where the new community recreation facility will sit. Many of the things citizens told us were priorities will be in this facility, including an indoor aquatic center, which will be the first public indoor pool in Lenexa. A walking track near the top of the building, surrounded completely by windows, will offer exceptional views of the area for walkers and runners. Gymnasiums, meeting spaces, and fitness facilities are also included. We are excited to add this exciting facility to the other outstanding parks and recreation offerings that we provide in Lenexa. A 5-story parking garage over in this vicinity will allow free parking that is, for about 500 cars, providing easy access to City Hall functions, the Recreation Center, and City Center at large. Although not a vertical structure, an important part of the Civic Center is an area outdoor civic plaza surrounded by the 3 structures. We envision this space being used for small and large outdoor events and festivals. The parking structure has been to accommodate a partially sheltered outdoor farmers market which was another priority for our citizens in the surveys. Added together, these new structures and programmed open space will be an anchor for the Lenexa City Center and our community gathering space for generations to come. We are proud of what we are creating for the citizens of Lenexa and are glad that you could join us here today to be a part of this important project. Look forward to being back with you here in 20 months, 15 months, 12 months for ribbon cuttings and the project is back here. Okay. Thank you all for coming. I would like to turn the microphone over now to Mike Scott.
Thank you, Mayor Bame. Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here representing PGAV Architects and our entire architectural and engineering design team. I know many of you are here this afternoon. 1996 is quite a long time ago, and I'm imagining that the planning for this and the vision for this developed even before then. So it's exciting and important to have reached this moment when decades of community engagement, civic vision and inspired community leadership and collective passion for the well-being of the city of Lenexa have reached fruition in this tangible investment in the Civic Center that's about to rise from this site. From the beginning of our planning and design process, our team's creative efforts have been inspired by a very clear vision articulated to us by a community that looks to the future and really looks to create a destination here that will enrich the lives of families, children, and all the citizens and visitors to the city. So together with you, we believe we've designed a remarkable mixed-use civic center complex that will become a new urban hub for City Center, a catalyst for private sector development, right at the heart of this emerging dynamic neighborhood community. If you haven't come to the art fair, come. There's so many good things happening here. So a landmark destination that will celebrate Lenexa and I think offer something for everyone. Mayor Bame, you did a great job of describing the facilities, and I'll, just to add a couple of things, a broad array of amenities in the community center, including some things that I think the kids will really love. Arguably, I think the most dynamic water slides that you're going to see, and a MAC, which is a multi-activity court, which is really focused on programming for youth and allowing Parks and Rec to offer introductory programming for children to get them involved in healthy lifestyles and activities. The community forum, which you mentioned, is something that will be really at the heart of the design, a place for democracy to unfold, for transparent civic engagement, and for all of our community partners to participate in a meaningful way at the Civic Center. I think the hip public market that's going to sit just about right here hopefully becomes a real community magnet. I can imagine that being a great place just to catch a cup of coffee and some local produce. So we're looking forward to that. And the Festival Plaza, as you mentioned, is really just designed to support a wide range of activities and community programming. You mentioned the free parking, which I think is an important aspect. I'd also wanted to mention that the Civic Center is being designed to a LEED certified building demonstrating environmental stewardship with a focus on energy conservation and durability. With Steve's help, we're going to deliver a long-lasting facility that will be built at a quality level that will make sense for the significant investment that's being made here. So it's been a truly exceptional team effort to this point. My thanks to Mayor Bame and the members of the City Council, the Planning Commission, to a remarkable Civic Center Steering Committee, Councilman Slater, or Councilwoman Slater, Councilman Nolte, thank you. Parks Board Member Mike Rizut and Blake, we appreciate your steadfast commitment and creative input and attention to detail. An incredible city staff, Eric, Todd, Becky, Gary, Logan, Chuck, Doug, Mike, Danielle, Cindy. Your creativity and commitment shows up at every one of those meetings, and there's plenty of them. so we appreciate that. Our owner's rep, car buyer Crandall, for your leadership and support. Bill and Michelle and Jason, thanks a ton. And I'd like to recognize a few members of the PGAV design team. Many of them here with strong local presence: GBA engineers, Henderson engineers, Lee and O'Kane structural engineers, the Plaid Collaborative, our landscape architects, Water Technologies, who's designing the workings of the Aquatic Center, and Walker Parking, who's going to make sure that you can access that free parking easily. And especially my colleagues at PGAV, Jennifer Goki, thank you, Jennifer, our project manager, Rick Schladweiler and Tony Atchity, who are leading our design effort, and a number of PGAVers who are here this afternoon. And finally, thanks to Steve and the J.E. Dunn team, Steve, Dirk, Kyle, Jason, for your support and leadership. We are wishing you and all of the firms that we know, many of them local, will be involved in building this facility, all the best, and look forward to seeing you here in a bit. And I'm looking forward to seeing one of these youngsters be the first one down that water slide. So and most of all, thank you to the citizens of Lenexa for making this all possible. Thank you all.
Thank you. I'm Steve Dunn. I'm chairman of J. Dunn Construction Company, and it is truly a pleasure and honor to be your general contractor for this project. And I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the distinguished members of the City Council, Todd, Eric, Doug, and the entire staff of the City of Lenexa. This is truly a project. I mean, this is going to be a fabulous project for the residents of the city of Lenexa, and it really symbolizes a facility where you can live, work, and play. And to be your contractor, we're going to give you 100%. I want to just talk, as I mentioned this a few months ago, that the history of the Dunn family goes way back with Lenexa. Even goes back farther than when J. Dunn Construction Company was founded 91 years ago. There happened to be a German immigrant named Henry Bruning, who happens to be my great-grandfather, that was hired as the architect and builder of the Holy Trinity Catholic Church. This is the original building in 1882. And the stories I've heard about how how everything had to be hauled by wagon and horses from Kansas City. But you really stop and think about that. With Lenexa at the time, the Santa Fe Trail went by Lenexa. It was just an outpost for the wagon trains before they went out across the plains of Kansas. A good friend of mine who I just talked to today, but mentioned to me also a couple months ago, who is a developer that did several projects within the city of Lenexa, a man named Hugh Zimmer, told me when he did his first project, which was over 50 years ago, the city of Lenexa had 2,500 residents. Today, and the mayor will confirm this, Lenexa has over 50,000 residents. You've come a long way. That is, you talk about truly remarkable growth. That is it. I want to mention our team too. I know I see Kyle McQuiston, who's our project exec. John Riddle, if you can hold up your hand. I didn't see John. He's our superintendent. Jason Hickam is our estimator. Darcy Stewart, she's the one that got me here on time. She is our community outreach person. Susan Schaefer, who's a PM, and Bobby Miller, who's a project manager. Now, this is the team we have. This is the great team that we have on this project, Mayor and Todd, that are going to deliver this project on time within budget. Right, Kyle? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone. I know the beer is cold. We got food trucks waiting, so I'm not going to take very long here. I got to get out of this jacket. I'm smothering to death. Thank you all very much for being here. You know, Todd wants me to talk about the numbers. I'm not really a numbers guy. I'm going to speak a little more from the heart about what this means, because so many people have put so much time and energy into where we've gotten to today. And after all these speakers, now you've heard what the Civic Center is going to look like and what it's going to have in it, all the amenities, how we got here to this point. And what a fantastic addition to our community this is going to be. But as wonderful as it is on its own, the Civic Center is just part of a larger vision, a much larger dream that is taking shape right before our eyes, and that, of course, is Lenexa City Center. Lenexa has always been one of the most desirable locations in the region for residents and businesses alike. We can compete with anyone in any way at any time. But to look, I want to take a second to look around right now at everything that has already been accomplished over the last couple of years, and then imagine with me over the next several months more steel in several different places rising out of the ground, more cranes towering overhead, all of this up in the air soon, all on all four corners, new projects, new additions, and new excitement for our community. To our residents, it means more shops and stores and entertainment options and educational opportunities, places to work and live and visit. To developers, that translates into energy and vitality and excitement and momentum, and it really exudes the kind of place that progressive companies and people and businesses want to be. And that is what City Center, frankly, is all about. It's a realization of a dream, years in the making, and a validation of our vision for Lenexa to become one of the premier cities in the region. For everyone that lives and works here, it is a fulfillment of a promise. It means that we have created a place, a special place that is our place, where you can work and live and shop and play and feel the pride of watching it come alive before your very eyes, right in the center of our city. It means all of us together, the citizens who dreamed this up, the city councils and city staff who executed the plan, the chamber and the development and the business community who are helping make it real, have had a huge part to play in ensuring that Lenexa will remain a thriving, vibrant, relevant community that offers an outstanding quality of life, as well as a fertile business environment for quality growth and development compatible with our vision and our values. So essentially, and it's because of all this collective efforts you've heard from today, all this collective DNA that has been put into this project, that I think the Civic Center and all of City Center over time will mean much more than just a collection of buildings. I think it is going to, you will see, serve as the physical and structural embodiment of Lenexa's heart and soul. So thank you to everyone who has helped us all along the way to get us this far. We're going to have a lot of fun over the years with all kinds of new exciting projects here. I am so proud to be a part of this community, and let's get this show on the road. Thank you, everybody.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of our speakers. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you as the citizens of Lenexa. Thank you. Enjoy tonight. Really embrace it. Have a great time, because that's what tonight's about. Let's go turn some dirt. Let's just, all right.
All right, on the count of three, we're all going to turn dirt together, okay? 1, 2, turn dirt.
I was going to try to get a better pick at it. Let's go find somebody in front of
Hi, how are you? I'm Fred Schmidt.
Not all.